What's good, everybody? It's your buddy CruzinMoto here today, and you can see I got a new camera angle. You fucking got me a GoPro session and everything, you know, spice things up a bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and start 2017 off with a fucking little bit of a fuck you, Palm Springs Motorsports, and here's why. So, if any of you guys follow me on, or friends with me are on Facebook, you guys know about this. But when I bought my bike from Palm Springs Motorsports, the FC07, about a month and a half ago, when I got home after riding it about, I don't know, 300 miles or so, putting about that much on, I noticed that I had some super crazy, you know, play in my chain, on the chain slack and everything. I'm like, that can't be right, because I'm not even close to 600 miles, and that's when I should at least adjust it, and it shouldn't have to be like some huge crazy adjustment, you know, because the chain should not stretch that much, right? So what happens is I go, and well, first things first, actually, let's go backwards a little bit, and let's talk about the first thing that happened that I noticed that started off all the bullshit that I am not happy with them at all. So when I bought the bike, I had a new set of Pirelli Angel GT tires I wanted to put on the bike and have them take off the stock tires that were on this one, right? So when they went and did that, I got home, and you know, after your first initial ride, you know, first time getting a bike, chain heats up, oil splats, and they lube it, and so the rims get dirty, right? Well, I went to go and clean the rims, and after I cleaned the rims off, made them all super nice and pretty and shiny, right? You know what I'm saying? I noticed that around the rim, where the machine would put onto the tire to break the seal, they freaking nicked and freaking took paint off of the rims, like in a few spots all the way around it. I'll show you guys some pictures of it and everything. Excuse me. But yeah, I'll show you guys some pictures and everything of it at the end of the video and stuff, of the little nicks and everything. It was enough to make me freaking mad, to where I was not happy with that, because if anybody's gonna nick the fucking rims or anything on this bike, it's gonna be fucking me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want it to be no one else's fault, just mine. So I have no one else to blame, and I avoid this kind of fucking crap, right? So, fucking, so I go, and I see that. I call them, and I let them know that my rims are nicked from the dude that mounted my tires, and that I would like a replacement set of rims or whatever, right? I don't know if that's just too much, me going overboard or whatever, but like I said, I like my stuff to look nice and perfect. I like to take care of my shit. I don't know about some of you guys, if you guys don't care if you get a scratch or whatever in your bike. Every scratch I get pisses me the hell off and stuff, and I don't like it, because that's not how I take care of my stuff. With that said, I let them know about the rims and everything, and I let them know I wasn't happy about it, and they said, go ahead and bring your bike in, and we'll see what we can do about it. And I'm like, well, you know, I live like an hour and a half away, right? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, okay, so I don't know when I'm going to be able to come down. And last time I went down there to go pick up my motorcycle helmet and everything, I talked to him, because I haven't got a phone call back from him or anything, right? So I sit there, and I'm just like, hey, I'm like, what are you guys going to do about these rims? And they're like, oh, we need send us the pictures you took and everything, and here's my email. And so I did. I sent them the fucking pictures in an email. And you know what? I never got a call back saying anything about, hey, we got your pictures. Oh man, you know, look at those rims. We're so sorry about that. I didn't get nothing like that. I didn't get a damn thing. And then so that's pretty much about with that and everything, with the rims. And then I go and with the chain, back to the chain now, with the chain slack, right? I go to adjust the chain slack, and the rear axle fucking nut on the bike was finger tight. I didn't even have to put a wrench to that motherfucker or anything to break it loose. I was able to turn that freaking son of a bitch with my fingers. And I was like, oh my fucking God, that explains why the fucking chain had so much slack, because the fucking tire was moving forward as I was riding. And I told him, I was like, I cannot believe this shit. Whoever the service guy was that serviced my bike before I took that fucking thing home, he needs to be fired, or he needs some serious fucking retraining, right? Because I was like, I was just like, oh my God, dude. I was like, you guys know what would have happened if I crashed? You guys would have had a lawsuit on your hands, you know, because of this guy freaking not paying attention, being complacent in his job, you know? And I had told the service department manager what had happened, and in the nicest way possible, this dude told me, shit happens. You know, he didn't really say shit happens like in a nice way or whatever, but he was like, you know, unfortunately sometimes things like that kind of happen, and I'm sorry that you were one of those guys. And I was just like, are you kidding me? I was like, no. I was like, I could have freaking crashed already. I was like, I've already been through one crash back in April. I ain't trying to happen again, you know? And I was just like, oh my God. And then it gets better, guys. Like, this shit gets freaking retarded crazy. So I get a freaking a review thing or whatever, whatchamacallit, freaking in the mail from Yamaha about my purchase and everything from that dealership. So I fucking let them know what I thought on it. I told them that the service was great, freaking with buying the bike, the whole experience buying the bike and everything like that. That was perfect. So I got to give that to them. You know, when you go to buy a bike from there, it's going to be all good. You know, everything's cool and everything and stuff with that. It's a smooth process, no troubles. Guys are really cool about everything. They're real nice and they're very helpful, and they'll try to get you a really good deal. So that's a cool part about it. But I wrote that all down, telling them that experience was great. But the part I didn't like was the fact that the service department fucked my rims up and freaking could have potentially freaking caused me to freaking wreck my bike and hurt myself because of him not making sure the freaking axle bolt was tightened down all the way to where the tire ain't gonna move around, right? So I freaking let him know that. So I had some other parts, you know, fast forward about 2 more weeks or whatever, okay? You know, whatever. Freaking fast forward about 2 more weeks, and I had ordered a couple of other, like a Yoshimura fender eliminator kit for the bike and everything and stuff, and a couple other things, right? And I called to ask about the parts, if they had got them in yet, and they said, oh no man, we haven't ordered, they're just procrastinating. They're like, here, let me check on your order. So all of a sudden I'm on hold, and then all of a sudden the store manager, he picks up, his name's Mike. He's like, hey Brian, he's like, we got a problem here. He's like, you gave us a real bad review, and that could potentially cost me $40,000. I was like, are you fucking shitting me right now? I was like, you're gonna fucking talk to me and tell me it's my fault you're getting a fucking fine of potentially $40,000? I was like, you're lucky I didn't fucking crash my goddamn bike, and you fucking would have lost your fucking job, and the fucking store would have had a lawsuit on their fucking hands. He's like, yeah, I understand that, but why'd you give us this review? We told you we would take care of the bike. We'd even take rims off another bike if we had to. I was like, you did not say that bullshit to me. I was like, don't you even lie. I was like, the last thing I heard from you guys was bring the bike in, freaking, and we'll see what we can do about it. It wasn't you fucking saying, bring the bike in, we'll take another set of rims off another bike and we'll fucking put them on yours. You didn't say fucking shit about that, you know? And so it goes on with that, and then I've come to find out, after I get done talking with him, I call back to ask about my parts that I ordered, right? And they told me they fucking canceled my fucking order because of the bad review. I was just like, are you fucking shitting me right now? I was like, so I get bad customer service on the service department, and now you're giving me even more bad customer service because I gave you a fucked up review? Fuck you, fucking dude, shit, you're fucking retarded. So after he kind of talked to me and he kind of made me feel a little bit better, I even told him, I was like, hey, give me the number to Yamaha and I'll call him, I'll explain things a little bit more to him or whatever, and so you guys don't get in trouble, right? He's like, no, you don't need to do all that. So which leads me to believe this asshole's fucking lying about something, right? So the next day, I'm fuming after about an hour after this. I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. After I talked to my wife about it, she's like, you know what? Fuck them. And I was like, yeah, you know what? You're fucking right. Fuck these assholes. And so I get the number to Yamaha. I fucking call Yamaha customer service. And I freaking talk to them. I tell them I want to make a complaint about freaking the dealership. So they patch me over to corporate. And I talked to a guy named Brad there, and I let him know what's up. And he's like, are you kidding me that they freaking blamed you for a $40,000 fine that they might get? And he's like, where is this $40,000 fine coming from? He's like, I've never heard of no $40,000 fine. He's like, is that like a state thing? Because it doesn't come from Yamaha. And I'm like, well, it leads me to believe this guy is kind of lying about it and just blowing smoke up my ass to try to make me feel bad because I fucking gave him a shit ass review because they fucking did shitty and potentially did some shit that could have caused me a lot of pain and hassle, you know? So I'm just like, I can't believe this dude. And then I was like, you know what they did on top of it, man? I was like, they canceled my order for my parts because I gave him a bad review. He was like, you gotta be kidding me. I was like, no, man. I was like, this is ridiculous. I was like, you gotta do something, dude, you know? And so he calls them, right? And Palm Springs Motorsports says they are not going to do, because I called corporate, they're not going to do anything about my rims on my bike or anything else. And they said they don't even want me to bring my bike down there for it to be worked on, which I'm not going to fucking do. Your service department almost killed me, you fucking retards. You know, fucking A. I suggest nobody bring their motherfucking bike. If you live in the Palm Springs, Palm Desert area, don't bring your fucking bike to Palm Springs Motorsports to fucking go get it worked on. Fuck them guys, fuck their service department, because you might get your rims fucked up or you might fucking die because they don't know how to tighten down everything. They're a fucking bunch of idiots, you know? So don't bother with that, but if you're gonna go buy a bike, fucking head on over there if you're in that area. You'll be okay buying a bike from them, but you better keep your fucking eye on that service department fucking when they're touching your shit before you take it home. You know, fucking, because that shit's ridiculous. You know, but yeah, so that was pretty much my whole entire complaint of everything that went wrong with this purchase from Palm Springs Motorsports this time around. You know, the R6, I didn't have any issues with it other than the coolant. They didn't fill up the freaking coolant reservoir at all, and the bike wanted to try to overheat when I got home with it and rode it first time or whatever. So that was it. Other than that, the R6 experience with them was fucking great and everything. So that was cool. I was taking care of all that good stuff, you know. So that was fine, but it's just this last time, fucking, that was a no-go in my book. You know what I'm saying? Fuck all that. So, yeah. So other than that, that's my fucking beef with Palm Springs Motorsports, and I'm putting your motherfucking asses on blast and everything. And I hope you fucking see this video, because you ain't gonna do shit about it, and you ain't gonna get my fucking video taken down, because I have every right to fucking give you a fucking review on the internet too. Freedom of speech, motherfuckers. Bitches, fuck you. Peace the fuck out. Love, peace, and chicken grease, everybody. Welcome to 2017 fucking CruzinMoto. Peace. Back from the dead.